recap go, I guess. You want to do it?
I don't fucking remember what happened.
Uh,
You went to Concordia, which is the moon on Mandalore. It was an old mining area.
didn't
Completely
we
mined
talk
out at
with
this
the
point. Maybe a
Satina
few
lady
resources left.
first?
Oh yeah, that's right. You talked to Duchess Satine first on Mandalore, which is
She
the
was a
current head of the
bitch.
government. You then went to Concordia, um, to that mining planet, met with Pre Vizsla, who's the head of the Death Watch and also governor of Concordia. You went to that underground base they had, where it's like this shanty city and people are in poverty. Um, you saw that Pre Vizsla was living in poverty with them. He makes an effort to not hold himself above others. Darth Maul came in with the Syndicate. You learned that Death Watch is working with the Syndicate, or rather, Syndicate is
We should have already known.
using.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Well, we knew it. I don't think Kuna knew it technically.
I didn't technically.
Yeah, this was something you knew from your time, like the future.
Okay.
Yeah, that was pretty much it. Oh, and you talked to, um, fuck, what was her name? Demtra.
Demtra, yeah.
Yep, and you talked to her, had a conversation about what's happening on Mandalore and the status, like just gain more information. She had a duel with Cadmar, and Cadmar just absolutely fucking demolished her.
There is no competition.
Yeah, just shot the gun out of her hand immediately before she barely even raised it. And that was pretty much about it. Oh yeah, Talon fought Pre Vizsla and won.
I also bench pressed the tank multiple times.
Yep.
All right. So Kuna,
Yes, Talon.
I was thinking, that.
Can I do sand stuff first? I didn't get to do anything last session. Like,
Well,
You know, I was just gonna
say
say something really quick, but yeah, then you can.
That's fine. No, that's
last
fine.
Recap,
That's fine.
Last recap.
I was afraid.
Thing,
I was afraid.
Thing.
Oh right, there was the lead
Yep.
that we didn't even do. I forgot
Yep.
about
There's
that.
the thing the hook I left you off of was Spencer or Stanbot felt a kind of pulling of the force
that's right,
into
that's
the
right.
labyrinth. Yeah, and that's where I'll leave that. And what were you gonna mention?
So Kuna, I was thinking, you've got an organization
Yes, Talon.
that, for your own safety, I think you should limit the details you give me on. But
Already
what if we sort of weaned Death Watch off of Maul's tit, so to speak?
Oh, hold up. I guess this part would be solo anyway. Stanley, I'm gonna drag you down while they're discussing that.
Okay.
Well,
So,
okay.
I like this idea, but I have maybe a bit of a different vision, Talon.
Okay.
I'm thinking, instead of weaning them, what if we just assimilate them?
Well, we can do that afterwards, but I feel like we'll have to, undertake Death Watch first, and then attempt to assimilate the
Well, I mean,
other group.
why go
Though,
for the legs when we can take the head?
well, because the head has Huts working for it, so you're gonna have to be okay with the ceremonial execution of like a sixth of the base. Actually, the Huts probably provide a lot of stuff, so
That's fair.
yeah.
I
I think you
mean,
know me well enough at this point. I mean, yeah.
well, I mean, I feel like if I had the Shadow Syndicate added to my ranks, it might be maybe a little bit easier to put pressure on the Huts.
But they're working with some of them are working with the Shadow Syndicate. That's the issue.
Yeah, we just gotta get them to cut ties. Really, what I was thinking is we take Maul, right? Maul kind of encompasses a lot of the power in this syndicate. So if we take Maul and we can get Maul to sway the rest of the syndicate into our cause, it might not be that hard.
I'm not sure that would work so well. We ran into him before on what's the planet Anakin got cut in half on?
Um,
It's like Mar, right?
something like that, yeah.
Why don't we know? I feel like I remember. Lava, planet, Star Wars.
Anakin, choppy, high ground.
Mustafar!
Mustafar, there you go.
Mustafar. Yeah, we ran into them on Mustafar after they kidnapped some Jedi younglings. Um, and while he definitely commanded a large amount of respect, I feel like the people in the room would have much rather abandoned him, much as your fleet was willing to do to you.
Oh yeah.
Or, well,
I just
I don't know
feel
how it
that
would.
I just feel like that would make him easier to sway though, because they're so willing to drop him off on the curbside.
I, I mean, I don't want to say anything about recruiting a Sith, considering, and I gesture to Ralof and Alduin.
Yeah.
But I mean, they did kind of go through a pretty drastic change versus Maul, who, wait, Dennis is dead. Oh God.
Oh God. Oh you gods, we've killed him.
He didn't even want to join our discussion. That's a bummer.
Come on, cat bug.
Who, I mean, ooh, I mean he's supposed to be dead, by all knowledges that we have. In fact, I think I know who killed him. But I mean, I'm not going to aid him in killing another Jedi, unless that Jedi's a dick. But it's
Nor
unlikely
would
that Jedi is a dick.
I mean, nor would I.
He's known for not being a dick.
I seek the syndicate. I want control over that at most.
Okay, but in order to agree with me, you're going to have to once you have reign over it, less less criminally stuff is going to have to be going on. Like smuggling, fine, but when we get into like the Rancor Twi'lek pits, that's a little bit much. Unless
I'm
unless they're
not.
unless both sides are being compensated, right?
I mean, I'm not the Huts.
You know. Well, yeah, but you want to be. I mean, once you assimilate this syndicate, what's next? I mean, you're probably gonna help me with my genocide. I mean, there's no nicer way to put it, right?
Well,
And
I
I
mean,
mean, aren't you gonna assimilate that at that point?
we do have similar.
Or should I assimilate that under Mandalore and make you a head advisor to a certain sect of it?
Perhaps.
Like
I mean,
customs, would customs work out really well? Head of the Department of Customs?
I don't know.
Because I mean
We
that,
get that. We get to that road when we cross it. I do kind of like my independence a bit, though, as you can probably understand.
yeah. But you also, gave Doc a pope, and who knows what he did with that guy.
Hey,
He
he gave
told
it
us.
back.
He told us he gave it back. We don't know that he did.
Doc wouldn't defy me. He's a good boy. He'd give it back.
I mean, did you see him last time? Are you sure he's still Doc and not something else?
I mean, he's Doc 3.0. Newest model.
I don't know. I think it's like 5.682 at this point.
Yeah, he has had a lot of patch notes and releases.
Yeah. Maybe more than a few bug fixes.
Yeah, perhaps.
So what I was thinking, you could probably get. You probably got some people who could supply Death Watch.
Easy.
By the way, we should totally talk to them about changing the name because Death Watch totally sounds evil.
Yeah, no.
Maybe just turn them to the Watchers, maybe something like that. But yeah, Death Watch just sounds fucking evil. I
Yeah.
mean, they're for glory and shit, but that's not necessarily evil.
Right, yeah.
We make them the Spartan program.
I'm. We really gotta work on our PR, you know?
Yeah. Speaking of PR, we need to shoot a video where I'm going around doing that generic politician stuff.
Yeah, no, I
It's like
definitely
cuts
gotta.
of me helping. What the hell just happened there? I just had like a really weird voice crack. I haven't had one of those in ages.
It happens. It comes back every
I
now and
think there was a cough coming up, and that's what triggered it. Ugh. Um. But yeah, What the fuck was I saying? Trying to supply Death Watch, trying to change their name. What names do you think? I think changing their name to like Watcher would be good.
I mean, if you're going for the whole watch idea, we can go for eyes. We can go like the Scarlet Eye.
Well, something that doesn't sound as evil as Death Watch, right? Because Death Watch totally sounds fucking evil.
Call them the Orders of the Scarlet Eye.
That sounds copyrighted, so I'm gonna say no.
It's not copyrighted.
Where does the red come from?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm sticking with the theme. Is it Mandalore red?
Right. So let's see here. Oh, that lad just sprinted straight into a puddle outside. Well, I'm just thinking of like what words we could take. Deliverance.
Alright.
That's a name.
We gotta add more to it, though. It's kind of behind it, you know? It's a good word. Keep on to it if you want.
Let's see. I got it. The Democratic Free People's Republic of Mandalore.
Well, I mean, isn't that what the other guys are that gets turned down?
No, I think you missed the joke.
You want to turn it to the USA, I get it.
No. Okay, the joke is the more times you have democratic and free in a country's name, the less democratic and free it is.
You know what? That's
Like China is the Democratic People's Republic of China. Or I don't know exactly what it is, but you know it's something along those lines. Or like the Congo is the Democratic People's.
Well,
Yeah, that's sort of the joke is.
it's a good meme. I like it.
Let's see here. I think Spencer just lost a force check. Are we getting a new Spencer?
Spencer
But
2.0.
yeah, Spencer 3.0.
I mean, we could check once he gets back and see which Spencer he is.
Talon's gonna start sniffing him. um. Wait, did Stanbot flip a fucking destiny point?
That motherfucker better leave 3 or we're killing him.
How do you even take it though? Oh my god, how many force checks are they taking? Oh, I think he won that one.
You won that one.
Oh, no, he didn't. If it's dark side versus dark side, if it's dark side versus light, no. But if it's light versus light, he did.
He flips. Another point when joining that chat saying stand by. You put that right back.
I mean, technically he has rights to 2 of them. Because he rolled 2 of them. And then I have rights to 2 of them.
I don't want to hear it from Standbot. I've given up my rights to white side pips for a while now. I'm not hearing it.
I suppose. Let's see.
Also, Dennis, where is this man? What has happened to Dennis?
He's offline. Dennis is dead, by the way.
Catmark died.
Yeah, classic. Would he get
All
called
that.
like girlfriend or parents?
He just wasn't talking with us.
Yeah,
Yep,
he
there you
just
go.
died.
Is Stanbot here now?
Rest in pieces, Dennis.
Yep.
Dennis.
I'm gonna sniff him.
I'm gonna.
Stanbot appears drenched in sweat, like hunched over, kind of holding on to the table. The other Stanbot looks a bit unnerved, but kind of quickly puts himself together.
which pretty lady did you see?
I'm gonna start sniffing the Stanvot to see if he's the normal one or not.
What
He
are you,
smells
a
like
bloodhound?
Stanbot, but with
Are
extra
you a
salt.
bloodhound?
I don't know, man.
So, you want to tell us what all this is then?
Hmm?
You know what's all this
Oh.
then?
I'm gonna pass out now.
Okay.
I
That
literally
makes sense.
literally took almost my entire strain gauge as damage. So
Alright, while he does that, I'll get out. Alright, it's on you, bud. I'm gonna get out the marker of your.
okay, is other Sandbot gonna step in to save me from this pain?
Honestly, this Stanbot would probably join in
Hey, stand by.
on the marker.
Hey,
Yeah,
Stanvot.
he has also been markered before.
That's exactly why he would join in. You were awake last time he got markered.
Yeah.
He'll
Hey,
put you in
hey,
a
stand by.
he'll carry Stanbot to a nice bed, but then he'll hand Kuna a marker.
Yeah.
Fantastic work. I got the monocle, and let's give him a few freckles.
Hey, so
Do I
Stanvot.
register
Hey,
my strain gauge when I wake up?
Yeah.
hey, Vot. We've got Stan and we've got Vot. So Vot.
Alex, which one do you want me to voice? Or do
Yeah,
want
you do. I mean, I can't replicate your voice.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
So we were doing some brainstorming here, and I'll let Kuna handle most of the details. But right now we were trying to think of a new name for Death Watch, because Death Watch kind of sounds evil, and I'm not so sure how much I feel. Well, yeah, I know you do, but there's got to be more interesting ways. We were thinking of like Watchers and maybe like Deliverance. Kuna over there was talking about something to do with Scarlet Eyes and Keep.
The Orders of the Scarlet Eye. I don't know.
Yeah, something like that. It sounds copyrighted,
Scarlet
so I don't know about that one.
Yeah, everyone needs a symbol, and Death Watch's PR just isn't what it should be, you know?
I don't know. That one somehow sounds more evil than Death Watch.
You know, I think I agree with. I think I agree with this one for once.
So what's wrong with the normal Stanbot? I mean, you're not
Just tired,
from.
I think.
Yeah, what happened? You guys just kind of fucking hit a table. So to speak.
I'm not sure, honestly.
Why do you have a southern accent now?
Southern?
You said you had like that. You had like one of that softly spoken southern woman in a play. I'm not sure, honestly.
Gotta give him that southern charm.
Alright, then, well, what can you tell us?
There was the labyrinth. There was that girl,
Told
and
you.
then I can't really remember.
Yep, I had that same problem. You sure you ain't been getting into my supply?
Of what?
You're both degenerates.
I just kind of look it with a sarcastic look, and I pull out somewhere in a compartment, and you see this relatively well-made Carillion blue. Just kind of slosh as I open one of the drawers.
Where did you get that?
I don't know.
I got it from the last time we went fucking around, you know? I had some time, so I thought I'd make some orders. I'm thirsty, okay?
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna tuck that back.
In other news, Kuna's looking to assimilate the Shadow Syndicate. Not sure how to feel about that one.
I mean, it's nothing new here. Big sharks eat little sharks all the time.
Although, well, I see. I'm not so sure how I feel about it because Spiky Red Dude is kind of evil, and all that. And unlike Rayloff and Alduin, I can't. It's unlikely that I'm gonna be able to just resurrect his ass and have him worship me as a god.
Okay,
But at the same
Is that
time,
the only reason you're okay with their existence?
well, they're
Because
pretty
they're
loyal
evil?
now. Well, no, because they had a pretty big change. They're no, they're not really Sith anymore, so to speak. Yeah, we could, but I have to successfully resurrect him with my taser gloves.
No,
I
you
don't
don't
think that's
necessarily have
actually.
to
I
do
think you're
that.
missing the point of what's actually involved in this. I'm not gonna lie.
You don't necessarily have to do that. I just have to tell him he's a good boy. And all good boys.
What? So
I don't
you're
know how
turning
he's
you
a
into a
very good boy.
dog now?
All right. Speaking of which, and if I wanna kick this plan off into gear, I'm gonna have to make a couple calls.
So this is still the night. This is still the night after we got there. So like,
Yeah.
Is Demtra still here on ship?
Alex, probably not. Probably not someone we want to keep around on our ship. Not gonna lie.
Huh?
Jesus fucking Christ, Alex.
Alex
Is Demtra still on the ship?
Yes.
All right. Good. I'm gonna need her. So if we want to kick, if I'm to kick this off at all, I'm gonna need the support of my syndicate. So I'm gonna need to make some calls.
Do I need to babysit you?
No, he's just getting supplies so we can wean Death Watch off of the Shadow Syndicate, so we don't have to worry about them stabbing us in the back.
I'm gonna go and follow my other self to bed. I'm too much for one night. Too much
Oh
for one
come
day.
on,
Can't deal
you
with this.
come on, stand by. You miss us. Don't lie.
No.
Don't lie.
He just says no and then walks away.
He'll warm up to us. I call out loud enough so that he can hear. All right. So I'm gonna talk with Demtra, Talon, get that hashed out.
I'm gonna come along. I got nothing. No, actually, this is when I'll do my. I'll meet with some Death Watch PR guys. Okay, can I meet with Viscilla? I guess.
You
Pre-Viscilla.
can go. Yeah, you can go speak with Previsla. I have some things that I have to arrange
Yeah.
before we continue.
Oh yeah. So like while he's doing the talking, I'll go talk with Pre-Viscilla. So whichever one you want to go first. I don't think either. I mean, actually, Kuna's thing might want. He might want to be dragged off privately, but I don't care about mine.
I can go talk to him.
I
All
don't
right.
care what order we do
Yeah.
this. You can do
So
yours
whichever
first.
order. Okay. I guess I'll do it first then. Yeah, I'll go talk to Pre-Viscilla.
Okay. You saw where he lived before, so you can go over to that area.
All right. I'll hunt on over.
You head over there. There's two guards blocking. Well, not even blocking the entrance, just kind of hanging around after it. They see you and they give a slight bow, and they don't go to stop you from entering.
Hail, brave guards. How goes it?
Oh, thank you for joining us. They kind of bow and just they sit back down doing what they're doing, kind of afraid to say something wrong.
I guess you're welcome. You don't need to be so stiff around me, though I do appreciate the respect. Is Pre-Viscilla inside?
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna go talk to him then. I guess while I walk in.
They just kind of say yes, a visible sweat starting to appear. You enter the room. It's not anything spectacular. You know, there's some furniture, there's a table, and two people are sitting at the standing around the small table with a small like holographic map displayed. And they're kind of just pointing at a couple of possible targets. The other gentleman there has a prosthetic leg and looks very battle torn, but still standing. Previslo sees you walk in and say, Mandalore the Great, what can I
Previs?
do for you?
I had a couple of things that I wanted to discuss. I guess I'll start off with probably the least serious of them and make my way forwards. Uh, I was just kind of curious who who originally founded this group. I understand there was a predecessor group, but this particular one, who founded it? With its name and all that.
A few generations ago. It's just a group of people who were tired of the government as the way it is. Not really a particular person.
But they chose the name Death Watch? I mean, doesn't that, sound a little evil? It kind of makes it feel like we're the bad guys. I mean, I know we're not, but I feel like it might be a decent idea to try and go for a less evil sounding name, One that conveys that you guys want to bring back the glory and honor of Mandalore. You know?
Yes, and part of the glory and honor of Mandalore is striking fear.
True, but in a galaxy that responds poorly to fear, it might be a better idea to, perhaps try and think of a slightly different name. Not even change it that much. Maybe, change it to, the Skywatch or, Watchers. Something like that, It just, I don't know, feels a little evil being called. I don't mean any offense to you guys, right? But it just feels a little
They
off.
both stare at you with dumbfounded looks on their faces, completely lost for words as to what to say to the just stumbling of words you've displayed. So we will take that into consideration.
Right. Okay, then on to more serious matters. So I'm guessing in the coming days, I was wanting to know what kind of resources we have and what assets we have under our commands.
Well, we have the aid of Shadow Syndicate.
Yes,
We have
that
our own
group.
men. And we have you.
And how does that compare to what the current government has access to? And when I say current government, I mean I'm referring only to the most loyal, those who would not be convinced otherwise.
Sorry, my Discord just had a fucking freak out.
Basically, I'm asking, what are the forces of the government that are going to be completely loyal to the government and won't be able to be swayed, in comparison to what we have?
Those who she's put in power, probably most of them. And people who have power tend not to give it up freely. Her close guard. Other than that, it's hard to say. I mean, even those in upper government may be able to be swayed.
I suppose. If I may ask, I asked you quickly about this before, but what was the deal behind gaining the Shadow Syndicate's assistance?
They approached us. They said all they wanted was an artifact on this planet, and in exchange for some of our support in the future, they would help us take over our home. Take it back, reclaim.
I see. Well, it's just one measly artifact. I suppose that's no big deal, but I must say I am certainly concerned about this assistance later on. Do you have any idea what their goals might be?
Part of what made Mandalore what it was the
Make
willingness
Mandalore
to stand
great
up for what we
again.
Yeah. was us was us using anything we could to meet our needs. We were once a great empire. We want to restore that. If that means we have to go to war a couple times for these guys, so be it.
I suppose. I mean, being who I am, I of course wish to see Mandalore to be a shining pinnacle of the galaxy, but it it still makes me uneasy about this group. I have gained knowledge of them in my time in this time, but I don't know. It makes me wonder if they're really all that trustworthy, or if they seek something more than just assistance. If perhaps they seek enslavement instead.
I hardly doubt that.
Well, I guess I'll take your word for it. On a side thing, one of my companions may be able to bring in additional assets, and I was perhaps wondering what you might need.
Have about anything. Intel could be helpful. Anyone willing to lay their lives down is always needed.
All right. I feel like I had something else that I wanted to talk with this guy about, but I don't remember what it was. So I guess.
He's still
Oh.
just a little bit of gas from the whole name change.
Well, I mean, I know it shouldn't be that hard to get that. If we're in an insurgency, right? That was one of the things I didn't understand about being fucking called Death Watch. Was like, you're still fighting for legitimacy of the people, right? So why would you choose an evil sounding name, right?
Look, talk to Dave Filoni or whoever the fuck wrote Clone Wars.
They thought the name sounded cool. Okay.
Okay. Is that all you're gonna do with that?
Hold on. Oh, I wanted to ask if he needed any like help around, like moving supplies or anything. I'd like to do my part more than just being a figurehead and a hot knife to butter, so to speak.
Just prepare for the fight. That's all.
All right. I guess I'll see you around, and I guess I give like a wave and walk off. Oh, do consider the name
Yeah,
change
they
as
give-
well. Don't forget that one.
They give slight bow to you and then exchange glances. Alright, then you leave.
Yeah, I'm gonna make my way back to
What are you
Kuna.
doing?
Demtra, over here. We have some matters to discuss, and we'll just kind of go to a nice secluded room where I will not be overheard.
She picks up the blaster that she's repairing after it was shot. And she follows you.
All right. With that, I'll just kind of say, first of all, big fan. Love the work you did here.
Well, it's not much.
But it's
When you
honest
have a
work.
planet that is at war this much, it's pretty easy. They were already at the boiling point.
You see, an interested party on my behalf and a little bit myself have grown a little bit interested in this planet, so to speak. Uh, we spoke briefly a bit about the Shadow Syndicate before. Is there any other information that you could add?
Honestly, I don't know much about them. They're a group of different mercenary groups and some um, special individuals, assassins. Just your average underworld types who got together under Maul, as you met him, and they're after artifacts. That's what I know. Apparently, they're looking for these boxes. No idea what's in them.
Yes. Do you think they'd be useful in any way? Say, if we had any dirt on them or any leverage, do you think they could be used for anything?
I mean, they're pretty powerful. They've got their hands in quite a few things.
What are the others up to? Do you think they're free? Maybe we could use them.
Probably. I mean, if you called them, they would answer.
Okay. With that, I'm going to just kind of ring up all the others and just kind of get a little video feed.
All right. Most of them ring except Killian. Or most of them answer.
Okay. With that, I'll just kind of nod and say thank you for responding at short notice. Some potential business opportunities have made themselves kind of prevalent to me. Um, the Shadow Syndicate. I don't know much about them, but I would like to. I know, for instance, within a week's worth of time, they plan to lay siege here on Mandalore. There's to be an usurping here, so with whatever information you could possibly network into Mandalore would be good, or maybe any weapons deals or any other bits of potential economic gain. Keep that in mind for Mandalore. And with that, I'll just kind of wait for a response.
I'm dealing with fucking family drama. What'd you say?
Okay. I'll just wind it up. Essentially, Mandalore, Shadow Syndicate plans to start an uprising in about a week. There's definite business to be had in weapons dealing and other bits, since there will be a usurping here. I need information on the Shadow Syndicate and Maul, if potential. Looking to potentially use him and his forces.
All right, they all agree in their own ways. And they'll get on it.
All right, that's all. And with that, I'll end the briefing. We'll go over at Demtra and say, so what do you think? Is it worth our time?
And they'd be a valuable asset.
All right. So let's see about taking this planet back, huh?
Yeah, hopefully I can move on to the next assignment. There's a world I want to crumble next.
Well, you do that. With that,
Yeah, she walks out.
With that, I'll give a nod and just kind of give the old mafia "you can go" hand gesture.
Oh, she did not wait for that.
I did it anyways, even for futility.
He wants to pretend she cares.
Yeah, I can pretend. After that, I'm like, fuck, no respect for the old people, and even though I'm not even that old.
You're
Not
probably
from
younger
Dentra,
than
at
her.
least.
Yeah. I'll pull out a smoke and probably smoke a bit before I turn in for the night.
Okay. Next morning then, or does anyone else have anything to do?
I guess I'll go back to. When I get back, I'm gonna talk to Kuna. So how'd it go on your part?
I'm just gonna stir a bit because I'm probably in bed by the time I get back, and I'll say they're on board. Should see weapons and other assets flowing into. Is it still Death Watch?
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind, I could use some of your expertise next time I go. They just kind of looked at me aghast that I would even suggest such a thing.
You're talking to a warrior's people, so.
Well, yeah, but like, I feel like there are names that could better convey, proud warriors than Death Watch. Just sounds evil.
How about this? How about this, Talon? Why don't you just write down some potential substitute warrior tribe names, and then we can go over it tomorrow. I'm a little tired today.
I mean, I suppose. Oh, the resource that they specify that they need the most would probably be men.
Men?
Hmm.
I'm sure we can supply a few of those.
All right, and I have another idea, but we'll discuss that in the morning, I guess.
Sure, yeah. There are mercenaries about. I'm sure we can get a couple mercenary bands looking for some profit.
Yeah, mercenaries.
Truck, hey, you need people to start a war.
I guess, but they're not the most trustworthy. I guess I'll give a wave and walk out,
Alright.
and I guess we can switch the next day.
Yep.
Oh, jeez, I was out like a rock. What time did I go to bed?
7 a.m. Just kidding.
No, I know it wasn't that late. Or that late.
Is Stanvot walking out?
Yes.
The other Stanbot sees Sam is like, you missed the spot. Pointing to your face.
Thanks for the heads up, bud. Walks in the bathroom, cleans face off.
We used water
Well,
resistant
come
this
on,
time.
You should have left that going. They're real funny when you like met someone in public.
You would have seen it.
I wear a mask in public now because there's two of me.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
At this point, I've just gotten used to the idea of Talon sleeping somewhere on the ceiling, so I'm waiting for one of you to walk out.
Literally just a bat.
Yeah, basically.
Stand by. We're going to. Me and number 2 we're gonna go and look at the box today. You guys probably have more important stuff to do though.
Oh, you know, just the normal mercenaries to hire.
I still don't know how to feel about that one, Kuna, but yeah, we got a revolution guy. Though I was thinking of something.
By the way, would you like some space eggs with your space toast? I happen to be a pretty good cook.
What about space bacon? That's the best stuff right there.
I mean, I don't know. Alex, do they have-
Vegetarian, thank you.
I can
Yeah.
toss you the salad or something.
What about alternative Stanbot?
Does veganism exist in the Star Wars universe, and what the fuck counts as a vegan?
I'm sure vegans
Plants.
would exist in Star Wars because there's probably alien species that can digest, cellulose, like plant-based.
Yeah, there's probably species that are solely herbivores too.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure.
So yeah, that does.
I think I'm technically a carnivore.
Make breakfast for the crew.
Okay. What does that entail?
So-
Crew?
Idea,
just
Talon.
like your core 3 or 4.
Well-
Catbark's just kind of standing there, non-existent.
Catmark's just like phased out. I'd make him some, but he might go cold before he comes.
So Cadmark update. I'm also distracted by him. Apparently he didn't like any comments regarding his past talking to multiple people, and he's having a freak out. So whatever, 'cause he's dealing with his
Wait, what's
girlfriend.
going
So
on?
Dennis has a past of talking to multiple people at the same time, like women. And I asked like how many people he's talking to currently, because he's never taken a relationship seriously. So it's like I don't have anything to judge us on. And apparently he's taking this one seriously. Exactly. And I'm like, dude, like, I told him like, look,
It's
sorry.
your own fault.
Sorry, I'm just going based what you went on in the past.
Right.
I hate
So
y'all.
Stanbot, my idea was, the labyrinth, right?
Yeah.
Well, from what we understand, the reason why this whole fissure happened was because Deathwatch, well, the ancestors of Deathwatch sought basically there was prosperity originally with the Peace of the Jedi, but then some of them wished to go back to some of the warring past with honor and glory and all that stuff because they kind of grew restless of just sitting around and twirling their thumbs. So my thought was, what if we could use the labyrinth to go back again and put them against some kind of enemy, perhaps make them like the policemen of the galaxy. Keeping an eye out for pirates, killing giant slugs, that sort of thing. I mean, Mandalore the Great saying something might, but I feel like at the very least it could work for decreasing the amount of resentment they have, and may even prevent this war from ever beginning. Because if they aren't arguing about going to war with the main planet because they have something that they're fighting against.
You could give that something now.
I would like that, but the Duchess did not at all want to fight about anything, so.
Also, Deathwatch existed before this. Deathwatch existed without our metal.
No.
War is going to change that.
Well, because changing the reason that they existed. Me not being here, Mandalore the Great disappearing would have almost no effect on them because the inevitable desire to become for war would come again on Mandalore. But if we could instead give them something to distract them from wanting to go to war against other planets, and instead focus on the apprehension of a group that's large scale, such as the Hutts, or a idea of
What
receiving
happens when they have
compensation.
Hutts?
Well, what do you think happens to them?
what happens to the huts? What happens to Mandalore?
Well,
The culture's incompatible with
there's
peace
a
and
lot
economy.
more huts than you think there are.
That was thousands of years ago. Oh,
No,
phone was calling.
there's still a lot of them in the modern universe. There's still like a lot of them left. Is Staymont there, or was he called by someone?
I'm still here.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's still a fair amount of them in the universe, by the way. Or is it
That's-
galaxy technically?
That's what obviously because you didn't send the Mandalorians on a hut killing crusade.
Yeah,
Say what you want about how many.
but they'd also be, they wouldn't just be
Stick
they wouldn't.
the Mandalorians on them; they'll probably be gone in 1,000 years.
At about this point, you can start hearing a sizzle and pop coming from the kitchen.
Right. I just feel like there's probably something that there might be something we can do that it.
There might be something, but I don't know.
Or
Way of,
I don't know, like
the culture's incompatible with peace.
it is. That's why I was thinking more of they take the style of policing the galaxy. They wouldn't have straight peace,
Well,
so to
we
speak.
can figure this out. I'm gonna go and look for the box.
At about this point,
You want me to come,
hey,
or do you want to do it?
No,
How do you
I can
like
do it
your
on my
eggs?
own.
Okay. Oh, by the way,
Chances are I'm
that's
probably not gonna find anything today, anyways.
yeah. Keep your eyes out for Maul. Oh, speaking of which, oh fuck, damn it,
What'd I do?
I just remembered something. So earlier today, me and Alex had a discussion, and it was if I flipped a destiny point, we saw the niece of Sutton that looks like a mix between Sutton and Obi-Wan. But I don't want to flip and make us not be at our 3 destiny points for if Nick needs to do his thing. Ah!
Well, blame Alex.
What do you mean blame Alex?
For giving me
My
a
fault.
position where I need to flip a destiny, obviously. If you made
Should've
the
thought
rules
about that,
easier, that
Alex.
wouldn't be a thing.
Right.
We can figure something out, and Alex, while I'm down there, Alex might do something that means he needs to flip it again.
You never know. It's an aqueous balance of the force And you, Elduin, how do you want your space eggs?
he
Do
probably
you
he
think I can
probably
get
eats
an
them.
unmarked ship down? I guess I could also do some reconnaissance while I'm down there too, since going back and forth constantly is probably going to be an issue.
I mean, I imagine Cadmark could just fly you down.
I mean, we're in his ship right now.
Yeah. I mean, we can just when we leave to do stuff for the day, he can just take you down.
Done for the day. I want to be down there now. I don't want Maul to get this before we do. That causes more.
No. What I meant was we're eating. I'm guessing we're eating
Oh,
breakfast,
pre-roast
right?
breakfast. I got
Yeah.
it.
When we are ready to go out and do stuff for the day, then you can have Cadmark take you down. That's what I was going for.
Stanbot, how do you want your tossed salad?
Ugh.
For breakfast? No, not a tossed salad for breakfast.
Well, alright, what do you want?
Gotta get that oats.
Do space oats exist?
Fucking everything in this drawer of everything.
Where the hell did you get those eggs? How old are they?
They're they're from a family of space chickens that settled in the rafters.
Yeah, they were in a ship. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, good thing that.
Yeah, they were part of the supplies to the ship, and they're about 10 years old.
Age with care, you know. Some things taste better as they age.
I wonder how things age in the vacuum of space.
Probably depends, because sometimes it's other things eating it, and then sometimes it's just the organic compound itself breaking down.
Yeah.
Like,
people.
meat probably wouldn't spoil without anything to eat it, because I don't think meat breaks down. But I think fruit
How
does.
long would a
Fruit is
body
sticky.
float in space before it decomposes?
The body would already be technically decomposed as
it'd
soon
have
as
to
it hits
be-
space because it blows up.
Well, I mean,
Oh,
like
no,
if you're,
it's
I
not
mean, like if
nitrogen
you,
in space, because bacteria is what breaks you down, so it'd have to
Yeah.
be anaerobic bacteria.
Yeah, if there's any anaerobic, which who knows, there might be anaerobic bacteria floating around in space somewhere.
Well, they're already on you. You have
Yeah.
millions of different types of
Oh,
bacteria on
true,
your
true,
skin.
true.
doesn't
Well,
your back, doesn't the
regardless-
stomach in your back, the acid in your stomach start eating you or something?
If you didn't have stomach,
Well, there's
stomach
gut
mucus, then
microbes.
yes.
There's E. coli in your body that's good for you.
Right. So
Regardless,
I guess Kuna, you wanna come with me and we can try and convince them about that name change, or maybe
Give me a minute. I'm making dinner, breakfast.
or maybe we can just go around and see if we can get any more information on the Shadow Syndicate.
I'll
The first
probably
time
just-
anyone in this game's eating.
You're not wrong.
Hold on, I feel like I made a point at some point where I was
This
like,
was also the first time we had an active day-night cycle.
I think there's been a couple of those, but that's irrelevant, man.
well, I mean, day night is kind of irrelevant when you're in space.
They've been on planet quite a few times, but yeah.
Yeah, but we haven't been on there long enough.
Right.
Well, your day-night cycle could be shifts, like people are awake for certain hours and then sleep for other hours.
Well, yeah, but you got to keep in mind most of our things have been, we travel for 2 weeks at a time.
Yeah, and
It's
that's
safe to
also-
assume we slept during it.
I'm just mentioning how this is something
Yeah.
we don't really do very often.
Oh, guys, by the way, breakfast is done.
The bacon is gone.
Am I really gonna look up vegan breakfast to try and figure out what Sandbox would be eating? No, I'm not gonna do that.
All right.
A
And with
vegan
that,
breakfast. Oh, you want tofurkey, sausages, some quinoa,
Synthetic elf.
some pea
Honestly,
protein.
none of this sounds bad.
Ugh.
Yeah, with
That's
that-
pretty good.
with
We
that-
got potatoes. Like 3 of them.
Almond milk. Almond milk's pretty good.
Yeah, but do almonds exist in the Star Wars universe?
Yes.
Yes.
What does
Do we have
blue
any
milk
out
come
there?
from?
I don't know.
Well, why don't I check in the drawer of everything?
We have 3 potatoes.
Well,
Well,
technically 4
Kuna
because
made me
one's
something.
budding.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
you guys are,
clearly I've been eating something this whole time, so clearly we have things that.
yeah, you're gonna love this.
Why did I
Well,
add this to my character this late into the game? Why did this?
There's a ketchup bottle that went expired 5 years ago.
What is
Still
cad?
works
Is that
fine.
a cad mark?
Well, there's probably dry rations, to be honest. So there's probably like pasta and shit.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but I made breakfast anyway.
Well, when you guys are working,
Kuna brings out the plate of bacon and notices that it's all gone.
Oh, what check would this be? What's your
For
cooking
what?
skill?
Oh, honestly, I feel like it could. No, Xara would be finding the food. I feel like it could be vigilant or cool.
Yeah, that doesn't
Yeah,
sound right. Let's
cool.
just survive.
Wait, cool.
Well, no, because like paying enough attention to
Okay, fine. Cool. Do cool.
Oh, this is gonna be,
Make it a hard difficulty because you guys don't go out of your way to buy ingredients. So it means you probably have like dry stuff and quick things.
Have you ever seen Food Wars?
No.
Alright, I'm about to pull an epic food.
Talon just like
If I
hanging from the
seen you
ceiling
guys
watching
until
this.
the event.
Yeah. By the way, Samba, while you're down there, could you perhaps try and pass a message along for me?
To whom?
The citizens.
Oh,
I
you're
cannot.
gonna have to find someone better for me for that, boss.
No. It's not what you think. I want you to
I'm
tell
gonna
them
update the
they will
chat.
be safe in their homes.
Okay.
Yeah,
When we eventually storm the capital, I will make sure that Death Watch, if they don't get a new name,
one red, two purple? Or one red, two
will be
Yep.
respecting this. Anyone who is inside of their homes and is not assaulting us, inside their homes, away from their windows.
Oh yeah,
we'll
you,
be safe.
you
Alright,
guys have that you guys have that double agent in the court, don't you?
I'm gonna
We do?
use since this is technically a thing, I'm gonna
We
use my
do?
second
What's
chance
their name? I can meet with them and figure something out.
because I can do that.
Do we do?
Yeah, remember, Alex?
Yeah, we do.
Yep, you do.
I can meet with I can meet with him and figure something out.
Yeah, try and spread the word. Like tell the civilians to like.
Oh yeah, he would be able to get probably a much better. You know, he'd have more volume than I do.
So I got a question. Are this is something that maybe this is just a misunderstanding on my part, but we are actually going to storm the Capitol soon, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's
like a week.
that's actually happening. Okay. In that case, I do have a message that I'd like him to give, like 2 or 3 days before it happens, like a pre-recorded speech or something like that. I guess we can worry about that when that comes. I can give him a nice speech as we're. But yeah.
You're trying to tell Stanbot how to like talking to him, and he's like, you know, you might want to get someone more like technical to try and set that up.
Oh,
Instead of just me
no,
walking
no.
around town with a megaphone.
No. I just mean like as you I'm guessing as you pass by people, maybe mention something like things look like they're getting a little bit more tense. You might want to pack a couple supplies that'll last you a couple days, or you might want to board up your windows and stay inside your homes if something happens.
Snow's coming.
Yeah, stuff like that. Like nothing too obvious yet, but a bit of a warning ahead of time.
Okay, I can figure something out.
Hey, Alex.
Yep.
8 successes, 6 advantage.
By the gods. So there's 8
Alright.
pieces.
Gotta be some great tasting tofu.
This food tastes amazing.
Kuna walked out with.
It's-
Oh.
Talon hating anything that is not meat. Tastes it, and it tastes incredible.
I was gonna say.
The lizard likes
I,
it.
I was gonna say Kuna walked out with a plate of bacon and then noticed the bacon was gone. I was gonna ask if you wanted me to make a stealth check to just snatch all the bacon, but.
Did you eat? Oh, I didn't really see you made bacon. I thought it was just going full vegan.
No, that's
No.
I made that's for
Oh,
yeah.
gotcha. Understood.
There was bacon, like a fair amount, but like only
yeah,
only like 2
Sure,
slices
make
remain.
A stealth check against his perception.
Hey Kuna, what's your perception?
Stanbot's not the annoying vegan. He just
Yeah, no, you get all the bacon.
He's like, I don't think I'm gonna try this check.
Stanbot's a vegan for environmental reasons and maybe some moral, but doesn't feel superior to others.
No, purely health reasons.
Ah, purely health. Gotcha.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm the healthiest man on this mission. And I'm pretty sure I'm almost exclusively a carnivore.
Yes,
Guys,
because
but-
your body is meant to be a carnivore.
Yay!
I'm sorry, guys. I swear I made bacon. I just must have misplaced it.
I don't know.
Oh, it's really good.
His species is meant to have protein and fat, which is easiest for
Humans
animals.
are also meant to have those. But
Yep. Brain.
honestly,
Sturdy.
you could grow some amazing plants out in space. Just like have a window on the spaceship and just put like a.
I think it'd be cool when we finally develop the ability to grow meat from plants. Like-
Protein.
Really?
No, like I'm talking about like
That
full
would
out
help.
bacon tasting bacon from a plant.
Not gonna lie, that shit scares the hell out of me.
3D
No,
bacon.
I don't know.
What are you gonna do now, vegans?
There's nothing. Yeah, I don't get vegans. I get the environmental
See,
reasons.
no. One of my biggest issues with the vegans is when you have like chicken flavored tofu or fake bacon that tastes like bacon. It's like, well, hold on. If your whole thing is, shouldn't you maybe hate the flavor?
No.
No, that has nothing.
I mean,
to do with it.
I'm borderline vegetarian because of environmental reasons. I don't do it for its flavor.
Well, people who do it for moral reasons.
Yeah, they're still not eating animal.
No one is vegan.
You
for
can
the
like 'em.
flavor.
Yeah, but they want to.
Okay, I'll stop you right there. There is some amazing vegan ass food.
Oh, no, there
I'll
is.
tell you that.
There is.
Some shit tastes amazing.
But like, what I'm saying is, no one becomes a vegan because they're like, oh, I hate the taste of meat.
I like.
I think there are actually some people who do.
Well,
Not
I'm
the
sure,
vast
but that's not normal.
Yeah.
Listen, all I'm saying is my most active experience of a vegan was Mr. Jackaruso walking in on me and Isaiah talking about bacon and saying, you guys, because you eat meat, you are more likely to commit murder than me, because eating meat is linked to an animalistic desire to kill.
What the fuck does that mean? That's
I
some
don't
bullshit.
fucking know.
He was on some bullshit when he was talking to you.
I'm
on
sorry
some-
that evolution dictated that I need more protein to have a bigger brain and know how dumb that statement was.
Exactly.
I-
Like, I don't mind vegans as a concept, but like some of them are just so fucking annoying.
yeah.
Some are good.
Especially because they're mostly just people who are like super wealthy complaining about like
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what was cool.
Dude,
about the
people,
internship was
hang on, people who
5
are
of the
like,
people on my internship were vegan, and they didn't have any fucking money. They were vegan throughout college too.
yeah, people who are like,
That's
oh
what
man,
it is.
you should be
Oh,
eating
yeah.
this soy stuff over and save the rainforest instead of
the
eating
map.
meat, when soy shit is the stuff that fucks up the rainforest.
All drugs on it.
All right, I'm gonna stop.